welcome back to my channel. I know I've been a little bit quiet lately, but you know, just getting things done and being busy. Weather's nice here and I've just been outside a lot. And yeah, I'm keeping up with you all. I'm watching your videos and I'm still here. So I wanted to update you on my collection. I have cleared out the fragrance closet. As you can see, I have narrowed it down quite a bit, not counting the little bottles, not counting like this little bottle. This is a travel size Celine Dion Sensational. I don't count these in my collection. I'm not counting these two little ones because I'm working on these at the moment, and as you can see, I'm loving the citrus. But yeah, if I were to get a full bottle of these, then I would add it, I would count it as a bottle in my collection. But because these are smaller bottles, and in the back here, this little guy here is another travel one that's fancy, and the one in the corner is one I don't use, because that is just there as a reminder of someone special in my life, and I just like to smell that every once in a while. Kind of gone off private show by Britney Spears, so I think I'm going to declutter that one, or I might just, you know, keep that one for Nora, because she quite likes it, and it's a very young fragrance, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's not that I don't like it, it's just I'm trying to narrow down my collection to 20, and I haven't finished buying fragrances. Don't get me wrong, there are still a few that I still want to buy, but I'm going to bring it down to 20 in my collection. So that gets difficult. Right now I'm at 28 fragrances. So some of them I will be decluttering, or I will just use them up, finish them up, and then not replace them. So but right now I'm really concentrating on what I'm loving and what is just a like. And if it's just a like, then I'll probably finish it up and I won't repurchase it again. And I think a like right now for me is Paris. And when I finish that bottle, I don't think I'm going to replace it. Another one that has actually grown on me, and I love it more. At first I liked it, and big shout out to Tara from FRAGRANCENET. Sent me this one, and she sent this to me for free, and when I first smelled it I thought, this is very pleasant. It has patchouli in it, but honestly the patchouli does not come out on my skin, just a little bit at the beginning, and then it just subsides and it just dries down to be a beautiful floral rose, subtle rose fragrance. And I'm actually really enjoying this, and you can't see the dent in it, but there is a significant dent in it if I hold it up to the light, but you can't see it in here. Even when I jiggle it, I think it's down to about there. I think it's when you jiggle it, you can kind of see that it's down to about there. So I have actually been enjoying this fragrance. But again, if I finish it, which I probably will finish it, I won't replace it because it's a lovely fragrance, but it's nothing out of the ordinary. And I want 20 fragrances in my collection that are going to blow your socks off. Well, blow my socks off anyway, and my husband's. So, so it's going to be a difficult decision on which ones will stay. I can tell you right off the top of my head, ones that will stay in my collection will be Chanel No. 5, Haute Couture, Eternity, Elizabethan Rose, Elanesia, and then it gets a little bit more difficult. I'm also really loving the Noir Rose, and that was a limited edition, so probably won't be able to replace it. And as you can see, I've already put a dent in that. Thank you, Ange. I love that fragrance. It's so beautiful. It's a rose fragrance, and I'm really into rose right now. So when that's done, I probably won't get the chance to replace it, but I'm loving that one. And Detour Noir will probably stay in my collection, and I will replace that one. Oriental Cherry by Dossier will stay in my collection. I won't buy Tom Ford. I will by the Oriental Cherry, which is a dupe of Lost Cherry. So I will keep that one. I'll probably use up the Sofia Vergara ones. The Sophia one I will use up, I won't replace. The Love one I might replace. So Lalique Soleil, I will finish that one. I probably won't replace it. Terracotta, of course I have a backup of that and I will replace it. Scandale by Scandale et Paris is one I will not replace. Jean-Paul Gaultier, Classique Intense, I will replace. Fancy, I will replace. I'm almost finished that bottle. I do have a backup. Cloud, I think I will put a question mark on that one. Celine Dion, I have a backup. Want by D Squared and Want Ginger by D Squared. I would absolutely keep these in my collection forever, but they're discontinued, so they won't be there forever. I will absolutely keep Prada d'Iris and Insolence by Guerlain in my collection. So I'm probably right now keeping about between 15 and 18. So that leaves me with a little bit of a window in which I can do a little bit more experimenting, trying out some of these guys in here. Some of these are my hair fragrances, which I just like to keep there and then just spritz them on in the morning. And there are some samples in here that I'm enjoying. This one I'm not loving. It's just a little small, like a little small travel size body Burberry, and I'm not really liking that much. But there's lots in here that I'm going to experiment with and decide whether I want to buy a full bottle or not. So yeah, that's where my collection is at the moment, and I did manage to declutter about, I wish I would take notes. I'm so bad, and I'm so organized in some ways, and in other ways I'm really disorganized. So I don't keep note of what I get rid of. I have to go and check videos of what I've decluttered, but I have actually decluttered since I started here probably about 15 fragrances that I've decluttered. So that's quite a lot. Some of them I gave away, the kids took them, or I just gave them away. So yeah, I like this collection right now as it is, but it's still too big for me. So I'm going to get it down to 20. I think 20, 21 would be a nice, and there's a lot of loves in here. Like there's a lot of loves. And 90% of these were blind buys. So yeah, I'm proud of my collection, and it's a comfort level for me because if I get too much of anything, it causes me anxiety. So this is a fairly big collection in my eyes, and it's just slightly out of my comfort zone right now, although it is only 28 and I said I'd only go to 30, and I'm rambling, so I'm going to quit this right now. I'm going to bring this video to an end, and I just really wanted to pop on and just do this little video and let you know where I'm at with my fragrances, and that I have not been doing any buying, as you have noticed, I'm sure, in the last few weeks. There were a few I had in the basket, and influenced by you guys out there, I almost bought a few. You know which ones, Ange and Abby, you know which one I almost bought. It was in my cart, and my willpower just, I stay strong. I stayed so strong. So thanks guys for popping in and seeing me, and I'll keep popping in now and again, and if you don't see much of me, I will be watching your videos. So as I always say, guys, don't let anyone ever dull your sparkle. I love you all so much. I appreciate you coming here. If you're new here, I hope you like and subscribe.